gentlemen, and welcome to MSU Soccer Park here on the campus of Montclair State University for tonight's New Jersey Athletic Conference women's soccer semifinal between the 5th-seeded Scarlet Raptors of Rutgers-Camden and your top-seeded Red Hawks of Montclair State. At this time, let's meet the starting lineups first for Rutgers-Camden. Senior defender number 1, Maya Bokikio. Sophomore forward number 3, Emily Owens. Senior back number 6, Brianna Bear. Senior midfielder number 9, Maggie Horn. Junior defender number 10, Nikki Dracochi. Junior defender number 13, Alexa Dilio. Freshman forward number 15.
Hello, Red Hawks sports fans, and welcome to a very exciting night
here at MSU Soccer Park. I'm John McGinnis, alongside Campbell Donovan, reporting for the Red Hawks Sports Network, and we've got a very exciting day in store for you. And Jackson Finals, Campbell, how are you?
I'm feeling great now, a big win for the men last night, going to the final against Rowan on Friday, but a tough test for the Red Hawks. For the women's side, number 1 seed in the NJAC, and they get to play the Raptors. We beat the Rutgers Scarlet Raiders and Penguins on Saturday here, so it should be a big contest for the Scarlet Raptors. It did fall to the Red Hawks in regular season down.
And Aileen K with, some goals there. But, as they say, the postseason is the new season. So, I don't know, but it should be a good one for the home side tonight.
Absolutely. Like you had said, Rutgers-Camden had beat out Rutgers-Newark in PKs. The game ended 0-0, and the same thing happened for men's as well. Both Rutgers schools had gone head-to-head, and Rutgers-Camden came out on top in both matchups in penalties at the end of the game. And on top of that, like you said, Kylie Prendergast, Aileen Cahill, a couple of names that you had just mentioned. The NJAC had announced their rosters for their all-team selections and individual honors, and Kylie Prendergast got Rookie of the Year. Aileen Cahill was co-midfielder of the year, which is super exciting for Montclair State. And on top of that, there are 8 all NJAC selections for the Red Hawks. We're going to take a quick pause for the national anthem, and Campbell and I will be right back. And we are back on the Red Hawk Sports Network. Campbell and I, we're on our feet. We're standing. We were getting hyped to the women's playlist right before the game. Can't go wrong. Typical.
And they got some good songs on there, not gonna lie. Some throwbacks from, a decade plus ago. It feels like forever, but, they start with All the Lights, and, they sometimes finish on, another Jay-Z classic, but they want to hear that trumpet song a lot of times tonight.
Absolutely. Narco being the song that Montclair State uses to celebrate their goals and victories, and, what better way to honor the great Mike Scala and all that he's done. We've talked about it a ton, that, there's definitely someone looking over the Montclair State athletics department here in this postseason, and, of course, throughout the season and every day, that we step foot on the field, out of the locker room, on the court, and everything in between. You could see the Montclair State women's soccer team already in their huddle, prepped and ready to go as the Scarlet Raptors make their way out onto the field. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. For Montclair State, we have number 1, goalkeeper Haley Martin. Number 3, Lauren Ernst. Number 4, Kylan Kramer. Number 5, Ashley DiFrancesco. Number 10, Emmy DiNovellis. Number 12, Tara Lambert. Number 16, Emily Schuler. Number 17, Samantha Gabriel. Number 18, Aileen Cahill. Number 20, Carrie Driscoll. And number 25, Kylie Prendergast. Starting for the Rutgers University Camden Scarlet Raptors, we have number 1, Maya Bokikio. Number 3, Emily Owens. Number 6, Brianna Bayer. Number 9, Maggie Horn. Number 10, Nikki Tricacci. Number 13, Alexa D'Elio. Number 15, Marisa Savarese. Number 18, Hannah Crowley. Number 21, Amy Moore. Number 25, Lauren Bone. And number 99, Kayla McKeever in goal.
Well, we also forgot to mention another accolade. Head coach Pat Nard gets Coach of the Year in the NJAC. Coach Nard, of course, in his 13th year at the helm. He's done a spectacular job this season with this team. In the top 15 ranking. Trying to eye that probably top spot in the region rankings. If they do get that top spot, hopefully they get the host. But it's a good award for a guy who's played here and who has been here for almost 20 plus years and has done wonders for this women's soccer program.
Absolutely. Coach Nodder in his 13th season starting coaching at Montclair State in 2002. However, he was previously the assistant coach for the men's soccer team, and he's absolutely no stranger to being on the top as well as these Montclair State Red Hawks. They found themselves in the national rankings multiple times this season. And you could hear it. The field is so vocal right now. You saw the team bouncing, dancing their way off onto the sideline. You hear them already yelling. Kickoff is underway. Lauren Ernst starting us off. And a big boot down the field by Ashley DiFrancesco. Red Hawks starting with a throw-in. And you could already see Kylie weaving her way in and out of the play, try to set up a nice one in the box for her team. There's that Rookie of the Year mentality. She's gotten multiple hat tricks this season, Campbell, and she's just always that name. You're always hearing Prendergast with the goal, Prendergast with the assist. Her speed, her agility, her stamina. She is just an overall great player.
You see 25 down the flank there. She is dangerous.
And here she goes. After a pass from Tricacci, Prendergast had intercepted that and was able to gain possession for Montclair State. However, there's a Scarlet Raptors throw on the far side of the field. Couple of headers bouncing around, trying to gain possession, and Prendergast just getting her hip in there, trying to take control. And an offsides call on the Montclair State Red Hawks.
Yeah, it looks like probably Cahill probably got a step too early there, and the ball will go the other way. But, that Red Hawks pressure like they do, they get set off, they kick off, and they send the long ball in down to the left corner. But they like to get going early, and they want to score early as well.
You talked a lot about the sense of urgency and the need to maintain possession. And speaking of, DiNovellis with possession, dribbling her away around Lauren Bone. Pass with a nice field switch. Raptors with possession. We've had a really fast-paced back-and-forth game so far, Campbell. Schuler with the pass over to the far sideline, and now the Montclair State defense taking control, sending it up the field to an open Prendergast. Nice ball control there by the Raptors. However, that kick just bounced off of Prendergast, looking to set up Cahill. Cahill running in. McKeever with the slide, able to protect that ball, but you saw the speed and intensity that Cahill was running in with.
A little too strong of a touch there from Cahill. If she probably got a little soft touch, maybe on the outside part of her heel, she probably would have got another quite touch and probably would have put that one back in net. But good pressure by the Redhawks early against the Scarlet Raptors, you know, back line.
You're absolutely right, Campbell. You can tell that these players are just so hungry. These athletes, I mean, especially with the release of those NJAC accolades that have come out earlier today. And
good step.
The fact that Montclair State hasn't found themselves in this position in the NJAC for a few seasons, you could tell that they're just chomping at the bit. Prendergast in a 2-on-1 situation there, able to maintain control for the Montclair State Redhawks. And a nice low throw to the feet of Prendergast, trying to dribble her way around the Scarlet Raptors defense. Nice cross to the center, header by the Raptors, and another one, and another one. Finally playing the ball to the feet, Ashley DiFrancesco coming up the middle, pass to Dina Vellis. Dina Vellis in another 2-on-1 situation, 3-on-1, makes the pass, slips it to Lauren Ernst. And Ernst in the Raptors defense, trying to keep it. Dina Vellis. Look at the footwork.
Oh, fancy feet there from number 10, keeping it off the touch line.
Kylan Kramer taking the space, pass up to Prendergast, but it finds the Raptors' chest, able to settle and play. Raptors making the run. Ooh, tries to get around Montclair State. Cross to the middle. Kick out by DiFrancesco. Header by Kramer. Ooh. A little bit of a tumble there and a little bit of a bounce off the turf. Looks like it's going to be a Montclair State goal kick, where the veteran goalie, Haley Martin, is going to take possession.
Yeah, Haley Martin, the senior from Middletown, New Jersey, of course, by way of, you know, the former Middletown North Tiger. You know, I know many nicknames from the state of New Jersey, but, you know, she has been stellar this year. The backbone of that back line as well.
Campbell, you're our very own sports encyclopedia, and Cahill with the ball, able to make her way down the line. And Moore going to kick it free. Quick throw back by Lauren Ernst to Cahill. Ooh, and a couple collisions there. You could tell that these two teams are already playing with such ferocity, and we're only in the opening minutes of the half. You gotta love the determination of the Rutgers-Camden staff, going head to head with a team that they haven't beat in the history dating back to October 1999. Montclair State is 24-0-3 over the Rutgers-Camden Scarlet Raptors. Goal kick here by McKeever. Pops free of the Raptors, but Savarese able to recover. And a big boot by Lambert. Montclair State making their way up the pitch. Camden trying to kick it free. Bounces off the shins of MSU, and it's going to be a Camden throw.
So, really quickly here, you Montclair State athletics fans, down in Glassboro, number 3 team in the country, field hockey. Rowan has a 2-0 lead on the Redhawks early in that first quarter.
Ooh, high ball. A couple players there try to trap it, but the Raptors come out on top. Schuler taking it away, finding the feet of Dina Vellis. A little bit of an aggressive one-on-one situation there.
Yeah.
Maggie Horn hitting the ground, and Dina Vellis throwing her hands up. It looked to be just body contact, no arms, but good for the referees for taking control of this matchup. You know, you want to.
That's a good foul.
It was a good call, and you do want to keep the aggression to a minimum, especially this early in the game, because you never know where the pace might take you later on. And big kick there by Trikachi. Ooh, and a little shove from behind by the Raptors. Montclair State defense trying to keep it out of the box. The Raptors doing a good job on settling it. Trikachi again. DiFrancesco applying the pressure. And now we got a one-on-one situation here. DiFrancesco able to clear it. Bayer with the pass to Trikachi again. Tries to find an opening. McKeever playing it with her feet now, making a field switch. Cahill applying the pressure. Look at that speed. Bouncing off the knees of Cahill. Prendergast looking to settle. One-on-one situation. Raptors taking possession now. Prendergast fighting to get it back. Pass to an open Raptor and header by Montclair State defense there. And it looks like another 2-on-1 situation. Redhawks and Raptors. This is a really good back and forth game, Campbell. You see a lot of the action has been happening right in the middle of the field. DeNovellis with the pass. Prendergast fighting again. Savarese with the big boot over there in the back. And the Raptors again with possession.
Good sliding there.
Clean slide there by Gabriel. And DeNovellis again taking the space. Two defenders closing in on her. Looked like she hit the turf hard.
Yeah, she got tripped there. She had two defenders on her, and you know, it looked like she had a nice little lane there, but it's going to be a free kick for the Redhawks.
You can always count on the resilience of DeNovellis. You know, she takes quite a few tackles because you know she's going to be a target for any opponent the Redhawks face just because of how big of an asset she is and all the skill that she possesses. And, you know, she's just always able to bounce back up. So here she is, finding that open pass to Ernst. Ernst with the footwork, making her way around the Raptors. And are you able to clear it? Lambert sending it back up. Raptors missed that header opportunity. Ernst looking to take the open space. Ernst again trying to make her way around to the center, and McKeever catching it, but the referee saying that it went out of bounds before it reached her hands, so it's going to be a goal kick for Rutgers-Camden. Big hitter there by Crowley. Ooh, and another two-on-one situation. Looked like Bokikio and Bone versus Prendergast. Prendergast hitting the turf. Foul on the Raptors. And MSU is going to get a free kick.
Gosh, I meant to say Lions before. Haley Martin's high school alma mater, you know. Same animal breed, and you know those thoughts in my head are crazy.
They're in the cat family. They're in the cat family. Yeah. But Campbell, you know you can't have me hyping you up as the encyclopedia.
And then I mess up.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. We would have believed you. Montclair State. Ooh.
I'm usually correct at times, but you know it's a given when I'm mistaken.
It's all right. You fact checked yourself, so it was okay. Prendergast.
Good set piece opportunity here for the Redhawks. You know, capitalizing there. Good job by Prendergast to get near the end line. You know, I mean, that's rookie of the year right there.
Absolutely, awesome goal scoring opportunity here. You could see all the athletes in the box just moving around. You could hear how vocal they are. We have the defense back here. I believe that's Gabriel and Lambert ready to send it back up. Couple short passes in the corner there. Looks like Cahill making her way around. Everybody jumps for the header, and it's going to go free, roll out of bounds. Throw-in for the Raptors.
Yeah, you get pressure here on early for the Rocks. I don't know if maybe they decide to play short there and probably found a little spot to cross it in near the 6-yard box.
Raptors with possession. Dina Vellis applying the pressure. Going to be another Raptors throw. And for those of you and Jack soccer fans, another check-in on the other semifinal matchup going on right now. We're in the second half with about 33 minutes remaining, and the score is 0-0 between the TCNJ Lions and the Rowan University Profs. Nice long ball by Cahill to Ernst. McKeever making the slide. Great play by Kayla McKeever, the junior goalie for the Scarlet Raptors. Ooh. Good header there by Crowley. Savarese pushing through, trying to maintain possession. And it looked like Horn and Dina Vellis had a one-on-one situation there. Some pass to clear space. Ernst looking at her, kicking it into high gear. Catching up from behind, the Raptors are going to clear it, and it's going to be a Red Hawk throw. Dina Vellis coming up to take the throw. You see both teams focusing on man coverage. Cahill trying to receive the pass, but she's got 3 on her. Bounces right back up, ready to make the play. A little bit of a chop there at the feet of Cahill, but Montclair State able to recover, follow up that ball, and try to take a shot.
Yeah, definitely. She had 3 defenders on her, and she got tripped up in the box, but the referee said to tell her to get up. That's good no call there, but
great job by the Montclair State defense, opening up their options, switching up the field. It looked like Schuler able to take the space. And great field awareness there by McKeever again. That was defender Tara Lambert making that play. McKeever with the toss. Nice header there. Gabriel and Horn going one-on-one. Carrie Driscoll interrupting the passes of the Raptors for just a second. The Raptors are now in Montclair State defensive territory. However, Montclair State pops it free. Raptors send it back in. Just passes the feet of DiFrancesco. Dina Vellis making the field switch. Another opening. To the feet of Gabriel. Then to Prendergast. Cahill open up the line. Cahill making her way to the middle. Another 2-on-1 situation there, but Prendergast always a solid backup. That pair is quite the duo. Ooh, Montclair State with the juggles. Gabriel earns Montclair State the field kick there. It looked like she was going for a couple juggles, but the Raptors had shoved her from behind.
So a good free kick opportunity here. It looks like DiFrancesco will probably take it. As you said, Gianna 0-0 over down in Glassboro for women's soccer.
DiFrancesco with a nice ball to the center. Kramer with the header. Ernst with another one. Prendergast trying to break free, but the Raptors are going to clear it. Montclair State throw.
Yeah, it looked like it got deflected on the jump there from the single wall.
The Montclair State Raptors are doing a great job on playing very tightly to the Montclair State Redhawks. You know, they're not allowing them a lot of space to move, and they're definitely utilizing man-on-man coverage as opposed to zone, and it's paying off for them. You know, we've had a pretty evenly back and forth game. A lot of the action's been taking place in the middle of the field, and you know, the Raptors have had a return for almost everything that the Redhawks have thrown their way, especially being backed up by McKeever in goal. Ooh, Raptors go for the long ball, but it looks like knocked the wind out of Cahill going to block it, and she's still running but trying to regain her breath. Header by DiFrancesco. Schuler looking for the turnaround, and DiFrancesco coming in with that ninja kick, passing it to Gabriel. Dina Vellis trying to take the space, attempts to clear it. Looked like a rough tackle there, but no call.
Yeah.
Dina Vellis able to recover.
And it looks like Cahill's probably holding
Her ribs.
her stomach area.
Ooh, DiFrancesco backed into the corner, able to keep possession and set up a goal kick for the Red Hawks.
But I wanted to mention, like you said earlier, RU Camden is doing a good job, tightening up a bit and, getting the ball out, from Ernst and Prendergast trying to set it in.
Big boot by Martin and header by Driscoll. And another header. Camden going for the big kick. Savarese trying to trap it, but it looked like it bounced free. And Schuler calling for the ball. Dina Vella's coming through with the long one. Camden sending it down the line into open space. Nobody there to receive. Throw in for the Red Hawks. Nice short throw to DiFrancesco with the long ball. Right to the head of Bayer. Gabriel making the switch. Tries to find an open Cahill, but too many Raptors in the area. Pass to Savarese, tries to make the opening. Montclair State stepping in, sending it down the line for Prendergast. Prendergast trying to save it at the last second. And it looks like the call is going to go in favor of the Raptors' direction. Campbell, there's a little under a half hour remaining in the other semifinal matchup between TCNJ and Rowan. Quite the nail-biter situation over there. Is right here. The Raptors putting up a fight. Try to keep possession, but Montclair State defense trying to send it back up. And they're going to kick it out of bounds. Red Hawk throw. Prendergast again in another 2-on-1 situation. Actually, that was Cahill. Cahill running up the side. Cross to the middle. Header by the Raptors. Gabriel making the chase. Or Schuler, should I say. Schuler making the chase. Tracking down Savarese. Schuler with the throw. Ernst in a 4-on-1 situation there. Looked like she got a little tripped up by the turf. Gabriel pushing through, sending it back to the defense. Kramer with the field switch. Finding an open Lambert. Lambert sending it to the center. Cahill with the trap. Header by Driscoll. Driscoll with another header by the Raptors. Ernst. Oh, Ernst with the trap. It looked like she got a little bit caught up in the defenders there. But Gabriel followed up. Going 1-on-1 with Crowley. Quite the exciting sequence of events here. You had headers going back and forth between both teams. Ernst was in a great situation for a goal-scoring opportunity there, but there was just so many people, so many legs. She got a bit caught up in the play. Campbell, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Ernst tripped there over, a good no call there. I guess she looked like she tripped over the ball, but there were too many feet there in the box.
Header by Crowley. Prendergast opening up to DiFrancesco. DiFrancesco switching it up to Lambert. Lambert keeping it in bounds. Great job by the defense, moving as one unit, opening up the space. Sending it back to Kramer. However, the Raptors got control. RU with possession. Montclair State able to clear it. Tricacci. Quite the tumble there between Ernst and the Raptors. Header there by MSU, another one. Almost bounced to the feet of the Raptors, but Driscoll swooping in at the last second. Big boot there by MSU. Nobody down the line to receive it, and it's going to be a Raptors throw. That looked like Schuler who cleared it, buying her team some time to regroup. Nice trap by Dina Velez. Pass to Gabriel, who finds an open Schuler. Cahill trying to keep control. Driscoll in the center. Tries to find an opening, but too long of a ball and nobody home. Montclair Raptors with the throw. Big boot, but bounced off the body of a Red Hawk. Field switch by the Raptors, able to open up that space. Tricacci keeping it in bounds. Look at her speed. Pass to Savarese. Savarese sending it up into the defensive territory, and Haley Martin able to keep it.
Yeah, first action right there for Haley Martin.
Big boot by Martin. Header by Raptors. Ernst and Cahill making the chase to keep it in bounds. Raptors find an opening. Savarese. Driscoll pushing it through. Crowley clearing it. And Driscoll fighting to keep it back against Owens. Raptors doing a great job stringing some small passes together. Back to Savarese, finds the opening. Ernst looking to cut it off. Ernst guides it out of bounds, keeping it for the Red Hawks.
And look who's coming in.
Our first substitution of the game. Kim Campbell finds her way onto the field. Fans pretty vocal there for Kim Campbell. Dina Velez finds Cahill. Cahill looks to step around the Raptors, but Crowley stepped in. Defense, opening up some space. Pass to the middle, header by Moorer. Big kick by Driscoll to the feet of Prendergast. Prendergast making the run, shoot, pops free of oh my goodness! Popped free of the hands of McKeever, but oh no, did it go behind the net?
It's nice save by McKeever. It's going to be a corner kick for the Red Hawks.
McKeever looked like it bounced free of her hands, but it had bounced out of bounds, setting up the Red Hawks for a corner. Campbell, my heart was beating. Oh my goodness.
I thought that bounced as well, Gianna, but it looked like it went to the side netting there.
I was so flustered. I was so lost for words. This is such an exciting game. I love a good back and forth matchup here.
Now, mind you, it took a while for the Red Hawks to score down in Camden. Let's see if they could do it again here.
Takes the kick right to the middle of the box. Header by the Raptors. And look at the Raptors swarming out of their goal spot. I believe that might have been an offsides call.
Offsides position there.
Raptors taking the kick just outside the box. McKeever alert and on the hunt. Campbell with the knee trap. Passes it to open space, nobody home.
And we have a score in Gladsboro. It's 1-0 to the Provs.
There's still about 20 minutes left in that game. Let's see how it ends. Checking in back with field hockey. Second quarter, it's still 3-0. We have such an eventful night in store for NJAC Athletics. So much going on, especially right here. Kim Campbell and the Raptors circling each other. Campbell on the pressure. Look to make the slide. She pops the ball free, and now a couple other Red Hawks joining the fray. Campbell taking a hit, and it's going to be a Red Hawk ball.
Referee letting both teams play. I do respect it.
Absolutely. Schuler making the switch to Dina Velez. And Dina Velez looking to go up the line, but then opening up some room in the middle. Big one, header by Crowley. Bounces free. And the defense is going to walk it back to the hands of McKeever. But going back to that play by Schuler, able to find DeNovellis, you know, players like that, players like Schuler, DeSarno, DeNovellis, Prendergast, Cahill, those are visionary players. Maz and I say it all the time. It's just that they're able to see a play minutes and steps before it even occurs. And so that was just a great sequence there by Montclair State. Moorer trying to kick it free. And look at the hustle of both teams. Every time a ball is about to bounce free, somebody's there trying to save it, trying to keep it in, because they don't want this momentum to stop. They just want it to keep going and going. And speaking of, we got a little sandwich situation on the far end. A 2-on-1 situation with Prendergast right in the middle.
I gotta tell you, Kylie Prendergast is gonna find that corner flag one way or another, and she either is gonna create a good opportunity for a set piece, or literally gonna cross it. But again, this long throw by Kim Campbell that we're used to seeing at times.
You got a lot of big playmakers out here for the Redhawks. And speaking of, Campbell with the throw to Cahill. The Raptors looking to keep it, but Cahill able to take possession back. Cross. Ernst was there to receive it, but it bounced right to the hands of McKeever. McKeever doing an outstanding job at just always being where she needs to be. Great field awareness, great attentiveness, phenomenal reflexes, and you got to appreciate Lauren Ernst for being right there on top of her. I say it before every women's soccer game. I hope it's a Lauren Ernst day. I hope that she's getting a goal. I hope she's getting an assist. And, you know, she's just always up there, so you got to know, statistically, she's got to piece it together somehow.
In the match for Rutgers-Camden, number 17,
Allison Petro coming into the field. So both teams have made their first substitutions of the game. We've got about 15 minutes in change remaining. So this is a different strategy here. I know by Montclair State that they've waited so long into the half to make their first sub, and it looked like Camden following suit, not really making any switches until now, which you've got a phenomenal dynamic out here. Why would you want to change that? But on top of that, you have to think that, you know, the energy and the fatigue is going to set in at some point if these players aren't getting the opportunity to switch out. A little bit of a ping pong match here. Crowley jumping in with the header. Campbell with the trap. Kim Campbell finds Schuler, able to open up the middle of the field. Redhawks taking possession. Kramer opening up space. Cahill looking to take possession. Clearance by the Raptors. DiFrancesco with the smooth header right to her own feet. Slick pass to DeNovellis. DeNovellis with the footwork. Ball pops free, and Owens. Nice pass by the Raptors. Schuler using her back to trap that play. A lot of power behind that kick by the Scarlet Raptors. And Kramer following it up, clearance after clearance. Campbell, this is a ping pong match. We've just been soaring back and forth between each team's side of the field.
Yeah, and you know, that DeNovellis turnover, she had Lauren Ernst onto her side, and she decided to take it back inside, and that's what caused a turnover, and you know, more pressure on MSU's own half.
And it looked like Maggie Horn was taken out earlier, replaced by Allison Petro. So far, this game is pretty evenly spaced, and we don't have a lot of super high numbers so far as we approach the end of the half. Big kick by Montclair State defense. Header by the Raptors. Raptors taking possession, looking to turn it around toward the Red Hawk half of the field. Nice back pedal into a header there by Cahill. And Prendergast with the pressure on her side. Prendergast open now, and Kim Campbell with the man from behind. Kramer able to open up the defensive half of the field, and DiFrancesco switches it to DeNovellis. There's not a lot of players applying that pressure to the defense of Montclair State. Campbell Pass to Dina Vellis. Dina Vellis with that speed tries to slide it up the side. Trikachi with the block. And the Raptors are going to clear it. Ernst currently with the ball.
And I'll tell you this. If every time I see Kim Campbell on the receiving end with a nice first touch, she always goes back. If she turns, she has either Ernst, Cahill, and Prendergast wide open as well from some space. But, you know, I guess she's trying to play it back a bit, having Dina Vellis, you know, out wide, having their wings, you know.
Ooh, nice header there by Cahill. Pass to Ernst, back to Cahill. Cahill trying to step over, turn around, hitting the turf. A couple substitutions here. Julie Baker giving Taylor Lambert a break, and Jessie DeSarno subbing out for Kylie Prendergast. Some new fresh legs in this game. New playmakers added to the mix. But Campbell, like you were saying, you know, you gotta be able to turn around and use that space.
Yeah.
But coming from someone who's been on that field and been in those positions, it's very scary when someone's right on your back and, you know, you look for an opening before you go to make the play yourself. So I've been in Kim Campbell's shoes before, and I completely understand that. And especially if you look at the defensive coverage of the Rutgers-Camden Scarlet Raptors, they really haven't left their own half. You've seen the sequences where Kramer and DiFrancesco and Dina Vellis and Lambert were connecting these passes, and nobody applied pressure on them. The Raptors are just sitting and waiting in their own half, trying to cover the Montclair State offense. So it's a lot more pressure in a Kim Campbell or a Kylie Prendergast situation because you've got three defenders on Campbell right now, and she doesn't even have the ball. Montclair State trying to clear it right down the sideline to the feet of the Raptors. Pass to Savarese. DeSarno and Savarese side by side. DiFrancesco in front, trying to cut her off. Bounces off DiFrancesco.
Match for Rutgers-Camden, number 23, Josie Jackson Connor.
Jackson Connor coming onto the field for the first time this game. Subbing out Emily Owens, who has been a key component in a lot of plays so far, and I know we haven't said her name a lot, but whenever she's had the ball, she's been able to run through, create space for herself, and just be on Red Hawk defense. Throw right to the feet of the Raptors. DeSarno coming in from the front and taking control, clearing it into the bleachers. You know, this game was looking a little chippy before, but with just DeSarno in on the action, you know she's not going to take anything from anyone. Ball bounces off of the Raptors. Ernst with a throw to DeSarno.
She thought about giving it to Campbell, but she kind of second-guessed herself there.
You know, seeing that the defenders have been laying on the Montclair State defense. You know, there's a lot of red concentrated in that area, and DeSarno did a great job at opening up the back. Good ball there. Pass by Baker. McKeever hitting the ground, trying to keep that possession. You know, I bet after that time where McKeever didn't really get a full grip on the ball, but she was able to swat it free, that probably scared her a little bit too. So now you know she's going to be extra secure when making these saves going into the rest of the game. Boot by McKeever. Driscoll with the pass. Finds Julie Baker. Baker to Cahill. Cahill tries to open up space for Baker. Raptors clearing the ball. So far, we've got one shot on goal by Montclair State, 2 corners for Montclair State, 2 offsides calls by Montclair State, and that's really the only numbers you could use to judge how possession has gone this game because it has been so even, and the Raptors have done a great job at applying resistance to everything the Red Hawks have put in their path. Nice backwards throw there by the Red Hawks. Big boot into the middle, but the ball just bouncing free. Nobody really able to gain control. Pass there to Savarese. Savarese looking to go toward the middle. DeSarno with the pressure.
Good save there by Kramer.
Kramer able to swoop in at the last second. Shot and right past the goal. Campbell, I see your face. That was a close one.
A little defensive lapse there from the back line. You know, luckily that ball went wide, or it could have got past Haley Martin.
Martin still made the dive, but you know, I have a feeling that with that veteran experience, she knew that it wasn't going to go past her. Or on top of that, maybe this close call is what the Redhawks need to kick into high gear here and make something happen. Ball right to DeSarno's head. Cahill kicking it open. Moorer guiding it back to McKeever. And Campbell applying the pressure, causing McKeever to pick it up, roll it right back to Moorer for play. Trikaki open on the sideline. DeSarno with the pressure. Schuler cutting off Savarese, and now another 2-on-1 situation there against Jackson Connor and 2 Redhawks.
Looks like it went off Savarese's foot.
Pass to Cahill. Trikaki close behind her. DiFrancesco guiding that out of bounds for a Redhawk reset. And another sub by Montclair State.
Man of the match for Montclair State. Number 19, Katrina Stengel.
Katrina Stengel coming in for Lauren Ernst.
Now what you see is Coach Norris pushing up his midfielders.
Well, absolutely. If you see such a concentrated area of red here on the field, you know, you got to get some Montclair State players involved in that space. DiFrancesco and Stengel. Find Kramer. Couple headers there by the Raptors trying to keep it in. Montclair State flying, trying to make a play. And it looked like the Rutgers-Camden coach was trying to call that out of bounds, but the sideline ref had called the ball in favor of Montclair State, and they seemed to be not so happy about that decision. And you could hear the stands quite vocal as well. Yelling, the team yelling, trying to distract Kim Campbell, but she's able to find an opening. Montclair State tried to make the run. A little too hard of a first touch on the ball. Checking in on the other games we've got going on. About 10 minutes left in the second half, and Rowan is still leading 1-0 in the semifinals of women's soccer competition. And third quarter, Rowan is still leading 3-0 in field hockey. Ball pops free. Montclair State from behind. Pass to Driscoll. Driscoll opens up the back. DiFrancesco in the middle. Tries to find that opening. Cahill coming through with the chest. Keeping possession, 2-on-1 now. Cahill coming ahead. Tries to get through the defense. Raptors send it right back to the feet of Cahill. And she tries to curve the big one and send it around that cluster of Raptors in her path.
Yeah, she might be a little frustrated with that shot. She had, I believe, DeSarno wide as well.
It didn't really look like anyone was opening from her angle. There has just been so much congestion in the Raptors' defensive zone, and so it's really hard to do anything with just all these players on them. But phenomenal strategy there by Kevin Luber and the rest of Rutgers-Camden for finding a style that is going to restrict the ability of the Montclair State Redhawks.
Now, you're seeing 6 red jerseys around their own box, and I think that's what's frustrating the Redhawks and trying to get services into the box and create opportunities.
Another substitution here for Rutgers-Camden.
Into the match, number 22, Lindsay
Rodson comes in the game. There's about 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the half, and we are still scoreless here at MSU Soccer Park. If you're just tuning in, we are in the middle of NJAC semifinals action for the Women's Soccer Conference. Rutgers-Camden making their way into the Montclair State defense zone, called a foul on the Raptors. Fans not necessarily happy about that call, but you gotta love the involvement and the energy that is always here, that big game feel.
It is such a big game feel.
Big pass right to the feet of the Redhawks, opens up the sideline. Montclair State trying to chop their way around that defense.
Good turn.
Ooh, quite the tumble there. Ball pops free to Sarno. Big boot right back to the middle of all the action. DeSarno again with the big one.
Good service.
Bounces just free of Nikki Dans.
And it looks like Dans was offsides as well.
Montclair State really has to watch that. That's their third offsides call of the half. We got about 1 minute and 10 remaining.
One minute remaining in the first half, 1 minute remaining.
McKeever sending it out. Cahill there. Schuler looking to turn it around. Finds DiFrancesco. Nice long ball. However, it goes right to the Raptors. Schuler in the middle. Schuler looking to keep it. Tries to turn it around. Finds Kramer. Kramer finds Campbell. Campbell, can she turn it around? Kick! Right to the hands of McKeever.
Yeah, right into the breadbasket right there. No, good turn by Kim Campbell. And, a solid opportunity there with, 23 seconds remaining in the first half.
Montclair State looked to go for the header. Driscoll with the kick. Looks like open space, but the Raptors are going to catch up with it. Kim Campbell using her speed to cut that off. In the feet of Kim Campbell. Can she turn it around? Raptors are going to kick it out of bounds. And this half is going to end 0-0. Rutgers-Camden tied with Montclair State. Campbell, what did you like that you see out there tonight?
Definitely, a lot of passion out there from, both squads. And, that first 45 was very competitive.
Absolutely.
And, it's way different. And, like they say, the postseason is a different beast. And everyone is 0-0. Yeah. And, you got to think of the second 45 as well. Keep the pressure on if you're both squads.
Oh, absolutely. I really love the style of play that the Montclair State Redhawks and the Rutgers-Camden Scarlet Raptors have brought into this match. You have this team that's so used to dominating constantly, and the Raptors found a style of play that is able to restrict their ability to make anything happen. And this has just been so exciting to watch. The back and forth, the evenly match has just been so exciting, and a lot of big energy here. On top of that, all the other NJAC action that's going on right now. Rowan is leading in field hockey 3-0 in the third quarter. Rowan is still leading in soccer 1-0 against TCNJ. And another Montclair State team has just come off of a victory in the quarterfinals. We have a guest from Montclair State Volleyball in Carly Waterman, who's going to join the call.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It's very happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Coming off that victory yesterday, going into that match, was there any sort of special preparation that you guys had talked about for that team?
Well, the past couple practices, we were watching film and really studying what they were doing, so we were well prepared. And that helped us a lot with that win last night.
Oh, absolutely. And on top of that, it was very close in the beginning. You guys were 1-1, and then Montclair State able to pull ahead. What was the mindset in that third set?
Yeah, I think we were getting comfortable, right? We were out there. We took that set, and then we were just like, all right, we know what we have to do now. We're going to keep doing that and then push all the way through.
Absolutely. And now you guys are going to face off against Rowan.
Yep.
Any specific thoughts there?
No, it's always hard during playoff time because you always have one day to prepare for a new team.
Right.
So today's practice was a lot of film watching, getting in the gym, doing what we had to do, and then just going in there trying to play our game, and can't wait.
Absolutely.
Super excited.
And what do you do for yourself mentally? You just mentioned that there's such a quick turnaround between playoff and postseason games. So what do you do to keep yourself grounded, to keep yourself relaxed during all this?
Yeah, I think a big thing is not to get too nervous or stressed about it, because as soon as you step on that court, everything's going to hit you. But once you get in the groove of it, like, volleyball's a long game. So once you start to get prepared and everything and you're there and you can just, like, breathe, then I think it takes a lot of the pressure off, and then you could just have fun with your team.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you could hear the speakers, but it sounds like Sweet Caroline is playing.
Yep.
And you were recently a part of golf cart karaoke. What was your favorite song that you guys did during that?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was Every Time We Touch.
Ooh, that was a good one.
That was fun.
I was able to watch the short and cut, and it looked like Coach Stawinski was really going in on Baby Shark. Was there any specific song that you would really like to see him perform all out?
Oh, there's a bunch of songs I'd like him to. I tried to get him to go, but he wasn't having it. He got in the groove, though.
Absolutely.
So
It looked like a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining
Of course.
me. It
Thank
was
you
a
for
pleasure having
me.
you. Good luck in the rest of your matches.
Thank you.
And Campbell and I are going to take a quick break. We'll be back at the start of the second half. Thank you so much for joining us on the Red Hawk Sports Network. Hello, Red Hawk Sports fans. We are back. Campbell and I reporting for the Red Hawk Sports Network. You can see both teams already on their way out to the field. You see how tight these huddles are. Campbell, what do you think they're talking about? Each team, what do you think? Go.
Definitely get the first goal, but, you know, limiting your mistakes. You see what both teams are doing as well. Coach Luber of, you know, the Scarlet Raptors has you know, at least 5 or 6 Scarlet Raptors in the box area, trying to, you know, intercept the lanes for the Red Hawks to get to as well. And
listen to this crowd, listen to the benches.
It's exciting, and you know, we haven't mentioned this yet, but the Rowan Profs are through to the NJAC final, defeating TCNJ 1-0 down in Glassboro.
So the winner of this matchup will face off against Rowan in the finals. The final score of Montclair State field hockey versus Rowan was 4-0 in favor of Rowan. Scarlet Raptors off to a strong start here. Owen's back on the field and just dribbling her way around the defense. Montclair State able to clear it. Bokikio taking the throw. Tries to find an opening. This is a lot different of a start to this half than we had in the first. Campbell, at first, very even ping-ponging back and forth. A lot of concentration in the center of the field. But now the Raptors just sitting in the corner of the Red Hawks. Bokikio able to turn it around. Or Owens, able to turn it around. Takes the shot right to the hands of Haley Martin.
Yeah, Owens with a little mech there, too. And too easy for Haley Martin.
You hear the noisemakers going. The fans are in this. The benches, everyone on their feet for Montclair State. Prendergast dribbling around, making the pass to Cahill. Cahill finds the open Driscoll, and Driscoll making the field switch to the far end. If you are the Raptors, you are going to use the exact same strategy that you came into this game with. You're going to concentrate the offense. You're going to play close. You're going to use multiple defenders on one Red Hawk, and you're not going to give them the space to move. And now that if you're Montclair State, you know that this strategy exists, and you're going to do everything in your power to work around it. Prendergast with 2 on her in the corner. Tries to take the shot. It's going to bounce off the Raptors and set off the Red Hawks for a corner.
Smart job by Aileen Cahill, because she knew she was in the offside position, so she backed away a bit. And Kylie Prendergast going to that corner, and the deflection here will be a corner kick for the Red Hawks. Big set piece here in the opening moments of the second half, Gianna.
Absolutely. Campbell taking a look. It looks like Tara Lambert going to take the kick. You see 2 groups up there in the box. Everybody looking to disperse. Cross by Lambert. Header out of bounds.
Just wide there.
Powerful play there by Lambert and Kramer. Gotta love the intensity that Kramer brought out this early, just firing that ball. Cahill applying that pressure. Raptors with the big one. Header by Montclair State, interrupting it. And Driscoll just trying to carry it through the defense. Offsides call there by the referee.
Don't know where the lines official probably is a flag. Maybe slightly. It looked as if Ernst probably or Driscoll were in an offside position.
Yeah, it could have been somebody not in the play, because you know it's a little difficult to see an offsides when the Raptors defense is so heavily packed in the back there. Prendergast looking to kick it free. Line just calls in favor of the Raptors. Big throw by Bokikio. DiFrancesco looking to open up room. Dribbling a bit. Big one. Tricacci with the header. And look at Kramer just coming at the gates, firing, applying that pressure to the Scarlet Raptors. Throw in for the Red Hawks, looks to turn it around. Finds DiFrancesco, able to volley it up.
tackle there.
Ernst keeping possession. And looked like Driscoll was going to receive it, but the Raptors just coming in full force, full speed. That was Emily Owens swooping in.
By Driscoll there.
And Ernst making the run. Nice trap there by the Redhawks. Another 2-on-1 situation on defense. Nice pass there. Big boot. Prendergast open.
A little too strong there from Lambert.
There was a big one by Lambert. Prendergast didn't use all her energy to chase it. And the Raptors were able to guide it out of bounds, giving Kayla McKeever the goal kick. Goes for the shorter pass across the field. Cahill applying pressure. Raptors able to string together a couple good passes here. Montclair State, it looked like Schuler swooping in, getting that to Ernst. Schuler again past to Cahill. Cahill setting up the middle, and McKeever gonna save it again.
Well, looks like she wanted Prendergast there, but maybe an outside touch of the foot for Cahill. Maybe a little cross there, but good decision there from her. To try to play it safe there.
Nice couple of headers and volleys there by Montclair State. Opening up space in the back. Lambert open on the sideline. Driscoll in the middle with 3 Raptors surrounding her. Stangl in the back. Nice pass up to Kramer, I mean. DiFrancesco looking to settle. Plays it up the field to Ernst. Ernst trying to keep it in. And a little too hard of a first touch on that ball.
So it looks like Colin Kramer is playing probably a midfield slot there, unless they're using her as an extra defender. But usually she's in that back line. But Katrina Stangl, like you mentioned, in that position where Kramer's normally at.
It does look like Kramer is playing more toward the midfield position, and we do see just 3 defenders sitting back. So it might be that Kramer is still on defense. However, she's more of that, front back that is able to bounce back and forth, especially when another person is needed on a specific play. We've got about 37 minutes, or just under 38 minutes left in this second half. Campbell, like you said earlier, it took Montclair State a little bit to get running and get themselves on the score sheets versus this team. Prendergast setting up Cahill in the middle of the field. Cahill using that footwork to her advantage, able to dribble around, tries to send it to Ernst, but the Raptors, looks like Tricacci again.
Good takeaway.
Cahill again with the ball, tries to get around 3 defenders. Cahill with the cross, header by Raptors, bounces free, and a clearance by Tricacci. Another big one by the Raptors. Nice settle there by Stangl. Kramer in the middle, pass to Lambert. Lambert taking some space down the sideline, tries to cross to the middle. Ernst on the side, Ernst with the ball. Tried to get it around the Raptors, and the Raptors are able to clear it.
It looks like Ernst was knocked down a bit, and she wanted a call. Doesn't get it. It's going to be a throw-in for the Redhawks.
And you see that style of aggression. Tricacci and Cahill were side by side, and Tricacci tried to push through Cahill but missed. Ooh. We have a Raptor down. The ref is going to throw up the X, and the trainers are going to make their way out onto the field. Looked like that was a foul on Lauren Ernst after her shot was blocked. The player is able to get to her feet on her own. The trainers turn around. Always glad to see somebody be okay after a tumble like that.
Absolutely.
McKeever going to take the kick. Look like she's signaling to her defense to move up. And Cahill just sitting back, looking to apply that pressure up top. Nice header by Schuler right to Cahill's chest. Cahill looking to settle and trap. Finds her way on the ground and just Bone and Moorer just plowing through her. Montclair State. Kramer swooping in. Cutting off that play. Raptors going to make the sub. Allison Petra is going to come back out. Ooh. Interesting substitution. It looks like she's going to pull out. She's going to pull out Nikki Tricacci. Nice play there by Prendergast, and it's just going to bounce free into open space. Cahill kicking into gear.
That ball's stopping a bit, but now it goes out.
And Moorer just guiding it out of bounds when she saw Cahill get moving. Both of these teams now trying to preserve that energy. We talked about it earlier that, without doing a lot of substitutions early in that first half or even the middle of that first half, waiting till the end, the fatigue's going to set in and people are going to get tired. And so you saw the Raptors there trying to conserve that energy, especially because their style of play causes them to exert so much. Lauren Ernst able to be there. And that's really like the most you could do in any situation is you just got to be there. You never know what might happen, if the ball might pop free of the goalie's hands, if somebody else is going to make that pass to open space. You just want to be there, and that's exactly what Lauren Ernst does so well.
Yeah, and McKeever only with 2 saves on the night. Haley Martin not getting any saves yet, but, a lot of action towards, the Scarlet Raptors netminder.
Montclair State trying to turn it around. Goes out of bounds. A solid throw. Looked like they were trying to go for the feet, but none of the Raptors there to receive it. Cahill gets it to Prendergast. Prendergast taking it to open space for Schuler, but it looks like she got a little chop at the ankles and had trouble getting up, but she's back. Lambert's going to set up the kick. Petro going to apply that pressure for the Raptors. And you see everybody just sitting on the 18. Big boot by Lambert to the middle. And that looked like DeFrancesco from defense swooping in, trying to make that play. But the ball bounced out of bounds a little too early for her. Gotta love the passion and intensity that all these athletes bring to the pitch. No matter what position they're in, they're hungry and they're looking to get a goal in the net. Emmy DeNovellis, a defender, has 2 goals and an assist on the season. Campbell, correct me if I'm wrong, but Kylan Kramer, a defender who's just been up on every single Scarlet Raptors action this whole game, and there she goes now, sends it up. Cahill making the run. Cahill trying to beat the defense, but McKeever came out at just the right time, able to keep it.
Yeah, they're definitely lurking there. They want one. It's gonna happen.
It looked like Kramer again in a little bit of a one-on-one situation right on the sideline. Montclair State able to hold on to it in the back. Nice pass to Lambert as Owens applying the pressure. Lambert sets it to the middle. Looked like both Moorer and Cahill went for the header there. And McKeever gonna let it sit at her feet for a sec before picking it up. Nice punt by McKeever. Ooh, a little behind heel trap by Suarez.
She's onside.
And Cahill onside up the sideline. Cahill trying to make her way around that defense, lunging to keep it in bounds, and the Raptors gonna guide it out and earn themselves a throw-in.
Possibly, I thought she could have crossed that, but you know, trying to use her talented footwork to get past the defender and probably get a shot opportunity near the box.
Got just under 31 minutes remaining. Driscoll calling for the ball and just launching it. McKeever able to keep it, but good for Driscoll for varying the type of shots that the Red Hawks are taking. You know, we've seen them try to really get up close and it just hasn't been working out, but Driscoll taking a shot from this far back, you never know if that might make it right over the hands or slide right to the back of the net. Ooh, smooth pass there by Petro, finding the opening. It's going to go out of bounds, be Red Hawk ball, and Montclair State looking to make 2 substitutions on this stoppage. Kim Campbell and Emmy DeNovellis are going to come in for Lauren Ernst and Aileen Cahill, giving them both a second to rest. Lambert going to take the throw. 2-on-1 situation there. Prendergast, little smooth pass there to Lambert. Lambert sending Prendergast up on the sideline. Prendergast using that speed to her advantage. Getting around Horn and Bone and just, you know, trying to push her way through that defense. Looked like D'Elio is going to try to kick it free. Ooh. Stengel applying that pressure just to keep that ball away from Owens, who we've seen make a couple of runs and just always be there in the Montclair State defensive zone when trying to make a play. Driscoll and Lambert double teaming. Stengel able to take it, sends it back to Martin. Martin now playing it with her feet. Nice shot to the middle. But Horn gonna kick it, and it sounds like the crowd calling for a handball.
And obviously it looks like it deflected off of Horn's hand.
I didn't really see it because, you know, I've got this. I'm leaning so far forward, I'm almost out the window, and I got this pole in my way. But, you know, depending on where hand placement is, if it was close to her body, I could see why the referee didn't call it. But if it was free flying, there probably should have been a whistle, but I didn't really see it. Lambert gonna take the throw, tries to get it to Prendergast's feet, but Petro doing a great job at inserting herself in front. DiFrancesco with a nice cross to the far side of the field, buying themselves some space. Raptors trying to turn it around. Driscoll applying that pressure in the middle, and Kramer with the nice long ball. Too far for Prendergast, though. Ooh, Bokikio and Prendergast. Bokikio finding Petro. Gets it around Lambert and Driscoll there trying to apply that pressure. Ooh, and it looked like a lunge was taken to the back of the knees of Stengel. But no call. We're going to play on. Schuler in the middle. Nobody home. Nice long ball there by the Raptors. Right to the feet of Schuler. Finds that opening. Able to get it to Julie Baker. Julie Baker sending it back to DeNovellis on defense. And a header on the Raptors, sending it out of bounds. Setting up the Red Hawks. Sam Gabriel's going to come inbounds. Kim Campbell with the trap. Gabriel came in to give Emily Schuler a break. She's been a force to be reckoned with this entire game. A long one there by the Raptors, right to the head of DiFrancesco, who's going to take it up the middle herself, dribbling. Nobody there to receive that pass because the Raptors just doing such a great job at controlling that portion of the field. DeNovellis looking to dribble around again, tries to send it to Campbell. And Kramer making the slide to keep it in bounds. DiFrancesco again opening up that space on the side. Lambert pass to Driscoll. Driscoll sending it back to her. And Boquicchio and Lambert. Ooh, Boquicchio using those hips to knock Lambert off of her feet. And Petro again making that run. She's definitely someone these Redhawks have to look out for. Stangl able to turn it over to DiFrancesco. And Owens applying that pressure, using her speed to her advantage. DiNovellis and DiFrancesco passing in the middle. Lambert on the sideline tries to send it up to Kim Campbell. A little bit of a collision there, but Campbell attempting to cross it to Prendergast, and Boquicchio just blocking that play. Stangl being chased down by Owens. Ooh, a little bit of an arm hold there by Owens, and a push from behind again, even after the referee blew his whistle. Referee talking to Owens.
Looks like Owens got a jersey tuck there too, but a little extracurricular after the whistle. Fans want a card.
The referee's not going to give the card. DiFrancesco going to play it to open space. And Stangl calling for DiNovellis to move in. Lambert finds that pass to Driscoll. Driscoll able to turn it around. Opens up DiNovellis on the sideline. And DiNovellis just breaking out that speed. Firing on all cylinders. Finds an opening on the sideline. Looks like Julie Baker. A little bit of a tussle over there in the corner, and the referee is going to call that a goal kick? No.
It's going to be a throw-in.
It should be a throw-in.
Near the corner flag.
And Kim Campbell taking that throw. You know, all the strength she possesses.
Here's the thing. She really hasn't done it all game, and she's faked that long throw.
Well, she's using it now, right? Sets up a nice spot in the middle, but there's just too many people. DiFrancesco, Lambert, Owens, all on the ball. Stangl backing it up. It looked like Delio just swooping in. Montclair State versus the Raptors, and Petro with the ball. Driscoll looking to apply that pressure. Petro sends it, and Stangl able to just jump in front of it at the perfect time. Sam Gabriel looking to chase down Crowley. And ball pops free of DiNovellis to another Camden player. Great follow-up by DiFrancesco to get that ball out of bounds.
And that's number 23, Josie Jackson-Connor.
Josie Jackson-Connor is going to come back in the game. You hear the noisemakers, you hear the crowd. High energy here tonight as we're still scoreless with about 23 minutes remaining in the game. The ball is going to get kicked out of bounds, and we are setting up, I believe, the first Rutgers-Camden corner of the game. Referee calling for a stoppage. The ball had rolled onto the field. And look at the difference in the styles of these two teams. You know, whereas Montclair State had the corners, Rutgers-Camden just sat in the box, and now Montclair State sitting in the box, and Camden taking the opportunity to run in. Haley Martin leaping into the air and able to control possession. Great save by Martin. There was a lot going on back there. Julie Baker trying to protect her space and keep that ball. The Raptors going to send it out of bounds. Baker, she tried to do a little like pop motion, get it over her head, because with playing that defense so close, just as close as the Raptors are, you know, you really can't go left or right. You have to go over. Petro again, making a field switch. Nobody there to receive it. Nice big one by Martin. Sending it back to the middle. The Raptors going to swoop in, though. Pass to Petro. Petro sends it to the middle. Header by Stengel. And another kick by DiFrancesco. Petro sending it in again. And an even bigger header by DiFrancesco. Driscoll looks to turn it around after Crowley sent in another header. Ooh, and it looked like Kim Campbell went up to trap with her foot. And the referee called a high kick since it was so close, in such close proximity to the Raptors. Good call by the ref. Player safety should be the #1 priority. And you hear these bleachers getting loud. The Raptors just scoping out the field, assessing their options. Nice kick there right to the center of the 18. Montclair State looking to clear it. Dina Vellis applying the pressure. Look at her using her speed. And a big one by the Raptors. Haley Martin taking it away.
Back in for Rutgers-Camden number 22, Lindsay Rosone. Back in for Montclair State number 3, Laura Ernst, and number 18, Aileen Cahill.
Couple more subs there by Montclair State. Aileen Cahill's back out here. Couple more returners there for the Redhawks. Are out onto the field. Lauren Ernst taking out Julie Baker. And Aileen Cahill taking out Sam Gabriel. Lindsay Rodson is going to come in for Marissa Savarese, giving her a break too. Savarese having a lot of runs in this game, being very hands-on and a lot of plays. Couple tumble there, but both players hit the ground, so it might have been a little hard for the referee to decipher what had happened. Lambert receiving the pass from Cahill, tries to set up a big one. Header! Hits the crossbar and headed out of bounds by Rutgers-Camden. Oh my gosh.
So close. That hitting the woodwork there.
But this header by
beautiful header.
This header by Rutgers-Camden is going to set up another goal-scoring opportunity for the Montclair State Redhawks, getting themselves a corner kick. They've seen the style of play in this first half. They've seen what Rutgers-Camden brings to the table. Let's see how they get around that to get this ball in net.
I don't know if I want to play the short here.
You know, they've been getting so close. They could be faking the short, Campbell. We don't know. Cahill going to take it. Dina Vellis. Dina Vellis sending it in. Big header. McKeever just swatting it out of her territory. And another corner for Montclair State.
And they're going to say it was offsides.
A turnover. A turnover of the call. They've called it offsides or a goal kick. I believe it's just going to be in goal kick area. Okay, so it is offsides. However, it's further back than a goal kick would be taken. We are just under 18 minutes left in this second half. They play the short ball, and Kim Campbell just swooping in. Prendergast and Campbell on Bokiki. Prendergast and a header by Ernst, and it goes out of bounds. Everyone on their feet. You could hear the crowd. It is just electric. You saw Kim Campbell give a high five to Prendergast there. They've really worked as an awesome unit there.
They know that if they get that other opportunity again, if Rutgers-Camden decides to play short, you know number 24 is going to be lurking.
Oh, absolutely.
For that second retrieval of the pass.
And, you know, the Redhawks, they're taking a page out of the Raptors' book, playing that multi-man coverage on just one player. Lambert looking to turn it around, gets a little bit tripped up there with Rodson, and Rodson making her way up the sideline. Lambert looking to keep possession. And a little bit of a close call there. It looked like the referee's calling it in favor of the Raptors. However, from this angle, it looked like Rodson got the last touch.
Maybe.
They're going to wait and allow a defender to come forward. Bokikio taking the throw. And you see a number 1 Bokikio hoodie up here in the crowd. You know that Rutgers-Camden's got their fan base here in full force. And Martin coming in, making the save. Looked like Martin might have teased.
Maybe. I thought she was going to throw it. I thought she was going to throw it.
Nice kick.
Good touch.
Almost to the middle there of Rutgers-Camden's half, and Kim Campbell with control. Pass to Prendergast. Prendergast with a touch. Step back. Prendergast crosses it to Ernst. Ernst with the defender behind her, kicking it out of bounds. That looked like it had the potential to be such a good setup there between Campbell and Prendergast. Do you think Prendergast should have taken the shot?
Maybe. I think so.
Campbell getting her foot in there and allowing it to pop free. And Driscoll coming in with a little collision. And there she is. Rodson with 4 defenders in her path. DiFrancesco getting in front of it. Rutgers-Camden down the sideline again, and DiFrancesco looking to cut it off, but being thrown off of her own balance as the ball rolls out of bounds. Montclair State kicking it out of bounds, and Rutgers-Camden going to use this stoppage to make a substitution.
Back in for Rutgers-Camden, number 3, Emily Owens, number 15, Marisa Savarese.
Savarese and Owens back in the fray. Oh! That ball scathing the top of the crossbar.
Haley Martin is screaming at her back line for not pressing up. I wasn't sure if that was on them. Maybe Martin would have got a fingertip on it.
It was such a close call, and you know, with this newfound dominance assertion that Rutgers-Camden finds themselves with, the Montclair State Redhawks really have to get something going here. Bokikio, Campbell, ball's out of bounds. Campbell quick to send it back in. Looking for the opening, finds space where Cahill sets herself up. Lambert from behind, looked like a little miscommunication there between Campbell and Lambert, but Lambert just dribbling around this defense. And the Raptors trying to kick it free to Jackson Connor. And Stangl popping through with the header. And the backwards pass by Stangl. Montclair State really has to be careful with those backwards passes, especially with all these close calls that the Raptors have had. Lauren Ernst tries to set up a pass. Dina Vellis bursting through, keeping that in bounds. I wasn't sure that was going to reach her because she was so far behind, but Dina Vellis with that speed. Referee calls the advantage because Driscoll has the ball. Campbell with the trap with her stomach and just too wide of the net.
And Dina Vellis was zooming there to stop her from going over the touchline.
Absolutely. She's been using that speed all game. Montclair State going to make the substitution, pulling out Kim Campbell and setting in Emily Schuler. McKeever going to take the goal kick. And right to the feet of Schuler. Sets up Dina Vellis on the side. Dina Vellis with the big one. McKeever letting it bounce into her hands. We've got about 12 minutes remaining in this second half, and we are still scoreless here at MSU Soccer Park in the NJAC semifinal matchup between the Montclair State Redhawks and the Rutgers-Camden Scarlet Raptors. Bokikio just tackling the knees of Prendergast for that ball. Schuler turning it around to DiFrancesco, and she's going to run it up. DiFrancesco running up the middle, the crowd rallying behind her. She slides it through to Schuler, past the defender. Schuler with the sidestep. Nice cut by Schuler, and a good ball too, but McKeever is just been there always.
Yeah, right on McKeever there, but again, the pressure from the Redhawks has been good these past 5 minutes.
And these longer balls by the Redhawks have been a lot closer of goals than some of those shorter passes when they were trying to be right up on the sideline. You know, they just might need to get a little bit more height behind them so that they go over McKeever, because, you know, her hands are like glue and she's just catching everything. It looked like a good clearance there by Stengel, kicking it out of bounds. Prendergast right here on Boquicchio with Owens in between her and Lambert. Jackson Connor with the trap. Goes out of bounds. Bounces off of Schuler to Jackson Connor. Prendergast in the middle there, applying the pressure. Rolls past Driscoll to the feet of Kylan Kramer. Sends it right to Horn. And Martin there tried to make the catch. Too much power behind that ball, and it popped free. But she was right back on top of that. Her reflexes are insane.
It was spinning there. And it kind of caught her by surprise.
Martin with that big kick. Tries to get it to the feet of Lauren Ernst. Lauren Ernst just pushing to keep it. Owens with the ball now. Lambert applying that pressure on Montclair State's end. And Owens just pushing through with that speed. Stengel looking to cut her off. Pushes her off her rhythm. Owens makes the kick, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Montclair State Redhawks.
And for Montclair State, number 6, Julie Baker, number 2.
Jessie DeSarno and Julie Baker are coming back into this matchup, giving a break to Emmy D. Novellis and Tara Lambert. There's been quite a few rotations in this half compared to the first. Great strategy by Montclair State, cycling through players, getting everybody a break, but then setting them right back in. DeSarno with the big one. Ernst trying to keep it in. It's going to be a Raptors throw. Raptors taking a second. Slowing down the pace of this game. Might be a good move. Prendergast looking to cut off the pass to Boquicchio. And Lauren Bone looked like she fumbled a little there with Aileen Cahill applying that pressure. Couple headers there by Crowley and Schuler, able to match each other so well. Long ball by Driscoll. Prendergast using her speed to keep it in. Boquicchio in front of her applying pressure. Low pass by Prendergast, and the Raptors send it right out of bounds. Julie Baker going to make a quick short throw to Prendergast. Prendergast to Baker. Baker with pressure on her. Prendergast with the defender in Boquicchio right in front of her. Prendergast tried to set it up in the middle. Ball bounces free right to Driscoll. Driscoll trying to send up one. Oh, McKeever swatted it free. Montclair State couldn't get the follow-up, and it looks like a Scarlet Raptor is down. I can't exactly see who. Asking the teammate for help up, and she's going to be okay. There's about 7 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the second half of this game. McKeever taking her time before taking the free kick, and that was a foul on Aileen Cahill, which is not really something that happens often. DeSarno to Driscoll. Driscoll turning it back to Stengel. Stengel to DiFrancesco. Schuler trying to find that opening, but the Raptors interrupting that play, and Martin gonna come far out to clear it. Cahill looked to make the trap, but there was just a lot of power behind that ball. Kramer keeping possession with a clean slide. Driscoll to Baker. Baker finds Kramer. Kramer to looking to dribble around Crowley. Kramer up the middle. Pass to Prendergast, and it is offsides on the Montclair State Redhawks. I did see that one. It looked like
just by a hair,
Prendergast
probably
had come a little too far forward before Kramer had made the pass. Unfortunate for the Montclair State Redhawks. You could tell that hunger, that animosity, that tenacity is just eating at them, and they want to get there. They want to get to the goal, but you do have to be so cautious. The Raptors are doing a great job at having so many defenders back there and yet holding that offsides line. After Owens took it out of bounds, Baker made the throw to Schuler. Schuler tried to set up Cahill. Header by Driscoll. A little bit of a volley match here. We talked to Carly Waterman during the half about Montclair State volleyball. Campbell, you didn't like that segue?
That is a funny segue. I had to think about it for a second.
Kramer with the pass to Schuler. Or pass to Kramer. I'm sorry. I'm used to seeing Kramer on defense there, but that was Stengel to Kramer. Raptors looking to clear it. Raptors with the ball now. Baker cutting off Owens and her ability to get the ball. Good pressure by both teams right now. DeSarno with the big one. Finds Cahill. Cahill trying to get it to the feet of Prendergast, but just too many defenders in that area. Driscoll with a big touch. Cahill coming back for it. She's got a couple defenders there lurking, waiting for her. Finds DeSarno. DeSarno to Kramer, and Kramer going to take that space again. It sets up Ernst on the sideline. Ernst kicking it into gear. Tries to send it to the middle, and the Raptors are just going to clear it. Nice big throw there. Tries to set up the short pass. Good sequence there by Montclair State. It looked like Ernst might have been trying to cut that ball and send it to the middle, but Raptors in possession, and clearance by Crowley. DiFrancesco in the back, putting it right back up. Prendergast up top against Boquicchio. Boquicchio looked to clear it, and the referee is going to call a foul on Kylie Prendergast. There was only body contact there, in my opinion. It didn't look like anything too crazy.
Nothing crazy as much, but it's going to go the other way.
There's definitely been a lot rougher tackles and contacts in this matchup. You could hear the crowd very displeased with that call. McKeever with the kick, and Prendergast and Boquicchio again one-on-one, and it looked like Owens was holding Julie Baker again. A lot of arms flying here. Stengel able to clear it. Boquicchio with the header. Kramer looking to clear it. Looked like a chest there by Rutgers-Camden, but their arms looked a little too close to that play. However, we are pretty far, so can't really see. Prendergast with the ball. Boquicchio just hunting her. Julie Baker going to come up the sideline to create some space. Prendergast with the pass to Cahill. Cahill going to cut back, try to take it, but the Rutgers-Camden Raptors are going to clear that. We've got about 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this half, and we are still scoreless, yet both teams have been so close so many times, Campbell. Sam Gabriel is going to come in bounds. Couple more substitutions here by Montclair State, keeping that rotation going. Cross there. Header by Prendergast. Pass to Prendergast, trying to get around Boquicchio. She's going to try to clear it, but Lambert, or Gabriel, I should say. That was Sam Gabriel who had come in. She was just subbed in, Campbell, and she was already so involved in that play, ready to go. Throw by Baker to Driscoll. Driscoll and Owens going one-on-one for a sec. Driscoll going to dribble a bit. Try to find Lauren Ernst. Ernst now with two defenders just hunting her. Ernst with the big one. Right to the hands of McKeever. A big boot there. DiFrancesco looked to settle it, but it bounced right over her head. And there she goes with a couple juggles. Finds Prendergast. Prendergast slowing the pace a bit. Finds Driscoll in the middle. Driscoll looks to turn it around to Ernst, who's waiting on that far sideline. I said before, Ernst is one of those players that is so good at being there, and she's been able to open up so many opportunities for this Red Hawk team. A little bit of a one-on-one situation, and the Raptors, instead of putting it back into play, are going to clear it. Trapped there by Schuler. There's a minute remaining in the second half. Clearance by the Scarlet Raptors. Stengel chasing that ball down. And a whistle in favor of the Montclair State Redhawks. A handball, which is that call that the Red Hawk fans were looking for earlier. Baker with the long ball. Gabriel just plowing through. And it looks like everybody's calling for
they want a handball too.
Another handball, but no whistle. We've got seconds left on the clock, about 20 remaining. Owens with the ball again. Gonna get the ball to Baker. Baker gonna try to set up one up top. Schuler to Gabriel. Gabriel on the line. Rutgers-Camden, instead of playing it, just kicks it out. I think they want this to go into overtime. We are heading into overtime in the NJAC semifinals. Campbell, this has been such an intense and exciting matchup. It is so crazy that we find ourselves scoreless. You know, it is the trend that in these postseason games, they aren't really high scoring. It's not common that you'll see like a 4-0 or like an 8-4, any high scoring game. You're really not going to see that here. But tonight we've had a 1-0 between Rowan and TCNJ, and now we are scoreless between the Rutgers-Camden Scarlet Raptors and the Montclair State Redhawks. And
it's getting a little tense here. You know, a great 45 minutes from both teams, but I gotta tell you, it was all Montclair State in that second 45, Gianna.
I do agree with that, yeah.
And you know, one great opportunity, you know, from the Scarlet Raptors where it just sailed right over the bar, and you know that kept it still 0-0. But you know, the shot, you know, hitting the crossbar, a clearance near the line. And, you know, all these opportunities for the Redhawks, you know, they're just missing it. And, you know, there's a feeling that they're going to capitalize on it in moments' time. So, I'm not sure if you're the Redhawks, you know, you definitely, you know, want to, you know, outpace the Scarlet Raptors. But, you know, whatever happens, you know, penalties are a scary thing. And I don't want to, you know, look forward to that. I don't want to go ahead to that.
Absolutely, and that's the exact strategy that these two teams are going to be taking. You don't want to look too far ahead. You know, you just want to look at the next play. And I feel like, you know, there was an interview with a couple of women's soccer players, and they said that, you know, something Coach Nader always tells them is, you know, don't look too far ahead. You just want to focus on the next play. And we've had so many close calls in just such a short time span that this overtime could go one of two ways. It could either be that, you know, they've just been so close to the edge thus far that the game's going to start and there's going to be goals immediately, or these two teams that are so evenly matched and have found such good competition in one another are going to still be 0-0 by the end of that 10 minutes. And it's just such a crazy circumstance that we find ourselves here. There's about 3 minutes until we do go into that overtime. And Campbell, like you had said, you know, that first half was very evenly matched. We had talked about it a bunch, but that past 45 was really all Montclair State. And the Raptors, don't get me wrong, had a ton of awesome goal-scoring opportunities. But if you look at the numbers, they are in Montclair State's favor. Montclair State has 10 shots on Rutgers-Camden's 3, 4 shots on goal to Rutgers-Camden's 1, 4 corner kicks to Rutgers-Camden's 1. And if you look at the goalies, McKeever has faced 10 shots, while Martin has only faced 3. And so there's just been a lot of action that's seemingly one-sided. However, nobody's getting the ball in the net. And it is just such an exciting event to be a part of. Campbell and I are going to take a quick break, but do not go anywhere. We will see you in overtime. Campbell and I are back once again on the Red Hawk Sports Network, this time in overtime for the women's soccer NJAC semifinals. Rutgers-Camden is going to lead us off. Horn with the big one. Rutgers-Camden already making some runs and setting themselves up in the Montclair State territory, but Prendergast just coming out of the gates, running down, trying to make that pass there to Kim Campbell. Nice header by MSU. Schuler with 2 on her.
And Schuler got nudged a bit, so it's going to be a free kick for the Red Hawks.
Absolutely. DiFrancesco's going to take it. Nice big kick. Cahill up for the header. Prendergast shoved to the ground, but we're going to play on. DiFrancesco again heading it over Savarese, who is back in action. And DiFrancesco having Savarese and another player on her at first. Both players take the tumble. Dina Vellis going to cut it off, and Dina Vellis just chopped at the ankles. Good call by the referee. It can get pretty chippy, especially in such a high-pressure, high-intensity situation. And so you really do got to respect the man in yellow out there. A little bit of a chase, just letting the ball bounce around. Delio trying to send it up. Campbell with the ball, makes the pass to Cahill. Cahill finds Schuler. Schuler looking to make an opening, but goes back to Cahill. Cahill able to turn around, finding Stengel on the far side. Ooh, a little bit of a cross there. Prendergast getting it, trying to send it back to Baker. Baker keeping it in bounds with the big kick, and it's going to bounce off the Raptors. Or it's going to be a goal kick for the Raptors. A little hard to see from this angle. We've talked about the style of play that these two teams bring to the table, and it's just a lot of concentration in the back of the Raptors' half. The Raptors getting a run. Montclair State defense trying to get on that. Martin clearing it.
A bit foul there on Rutgers-Camden. Nah, I wouldn't go quick. No, let it settle a bit.
I mean, time is just such a crazy concept because it feels like we just started. We're already 3 minutes in. About 7 remaining in the overtime. Montclair State with possession. Prendergast opening up some room, using her footwork to get around that Raptors defense. Raptors just pushing through, kicking it out of bounds. The referee is going to call that foul on Prendergast.
No, she got fouled, I think.
Yes. The foul that happened on Prendergast.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The wording was a little confusing, but I do believe that was Maya Bokikio, and the two of them have really been going head-to-head this entire game, but predominantly in that second half. It's been quite the aggressive matchup here. And look at how close the Raptors are swarming Montclair State, not allowing them lots of space to move. The kick is taken. A 2-on-1 situation there with Lauren Ernst and 2 defenders, Petro being one of them, and a third. And Delio is going to come in at the last moment and kick it out of bounds.
That's a great job by Lauren Ernst there. She took on 2 defenders.
And a third right after that. Kim Campbell again. We know her ability to throw. Let's see it in action. A big one by Campbell to the center of the box. Header by the Raptors. It's going to bounce free. Driscoll is going to get on that. Makes the pass to Lambert. Lambert opens up to Prendergast. Prendergast with Bokikio close on her tail. A little bit of a trip up. The ref sees it and calls the advantage. Good call by the referee. The Raptors are going to let that roll out of bounds and be awarded the goal kick. We've got about 5 and change remaining. Kiever. Big touch there by Lauren Ernst, and it just goes out of bounds. But Ernst staying close on that. Big throw. Dina Vellis with the header. Back to Ernst, trying to keep it. Looks like the players got a little tripped up. Ooh, tackle between Dina Vellis and Petra there, but they're going to get it to Kim Campbell, who's in the middle waiting. Kim Campbell taking some space to run. And an effort by the Raptors to turn it around, but it crosses the out-of-bounds lines. Prendergast able to make the trap, but Bokikio really just close on her, and a 2-on-1 there. A little bit of a sandwich. Prendergast is going to hit the ground, and despite how that play looked, it is going to be called in favor of the Scarlet Raptors. Big pass there by the Raptors, but it finds Haley Martin's hands. If you take a look over at the parking deck, there's tons of spectators on the parking garage getting that beautiful view of Pittser Field. Crowley with the header, but it's going to bounce to Lauren Ernst. Lauren Ernst. Delio is going to take over. Makes the pass to the center. Back to Horn. Horn to Driscoll. Raptors have possession. They try to make that pass. Montclair State kicking it. Oh, they make the pass to keep it in bounds. Great effort by the Red Hawks. An outstanding display of field awareness here. Driscoll taking some space to dribble. Finds Dina Vellis as Petro applies that pressure. Tries to set up Campbell, but Raptors defense able to clear it. And a big kick there by Driscoll, trying to turn it over. Campbell looks to cut it off. Schuler in the center. Sets up Prendergast to make the... Oh, not Prendergast. My mistake. Big cross there. Tries to head it out of bounds, and it almost ended up in the possession of Lauren Ernst. Kick to Petro. DiFrancesco and Savarese gonna chase it down. Stangl tries to turn it over. And Bokikio just firing like a missile coming down that sideline and inserting herself in that play. Schuler to Prendergast with Bokikio down on the defense. Prendergast was almost uncovered, but now she's got two defenders on her as she looks to make her way around.
It's gonna be a corner.
Corner kick in favor of Montclair State. The clock reads 1 minute and 40 remaining in this overtime. And here's a phenomenal goal scoring opportunity, so close to that final whistle. Montclair State making their runs, and it's going to hit just the outside of the net. We got about a minute left. Montclair State going to make the sub.
1 minute remaining in the first overtime period. Now on the net, number 2, Jesse DeSarno.
I'm going to give Dina Vellis a break and put in Jesse DeSarno. Referee calling for the stoppage with about 45 seconds left on the clock, and he's heading over to the Rutgers-Camden bench. Looks like he's having a talk with the coach. I'm not really sure about what call, since it didn't seem to me like anything really happened. It was just the middle of gameplay when DeSarno came in for that play. The Raptors are going to take the goal kick. McKeever with the ball to Bokikio and Prendergast, and it's going to bounce free. Red Hawk throw. We're at 30 seconds remaining. Red Hawks are going to throw it backwards to Driscoll. Driscoll tries to make that pass to the middle. Header by Raptors. Kylan Kramer with the ball. Sets up a play on the sideline. Nice cross. Goes over Kim Campbell. Cahill attempting that shot. Tries to pass it to Prendergast to open up some space. Prendergast sending it back to the center. The Raptors going to kick it out of bounds. Prendergast with one last-ditch effort. And that is the end of the first overtime. We have played 99 minutes and 45 seconds of soccer here. We're going to get a 2-minute break before the teams resume for another 10-minute overtime. Campbell?
Little energetic
he's
here.
Stressing. He's
I'm
stressing.
stretching. A long day of watching soccer. Via stream and calling it. So, I mean, these two teams are playing exceptionally. But, you know, it's really been Montclair State, and they haven't capitalized on opportunities tonight.
Absolutely. They've come so close so many times, and I feel like a broken record repeating that over and over again. They've come so close, and it's not like nobody's winning this game. There has to be a winner in the end, and both teams are just right there, and they consistently have been throughout the duration of now the 100 minutes on our clock. What do you think the Raptors are talking about over on that bench?
I think, you know, they definitely, you know, they're clearing the ball, but really, they've only had one good chance all game. And, you know, they've had, you know, their wings, you know, out wide as well, you know, getting the ball cleared, because, you know, they really haven't just, like, really have, like, any, like, set-up chance at all today.
I don't know if that's true that they've only had one good opportunity. They've had quite a few.
Yeah, multiple, but, you know, that
had
one shot that just missed.
I believe there might have been two, but the Raptors have had, you know, really great bursts of energy, and they've been able to control the pace of the game for, you know, prolonged periods of time. We've seen so much back and forth this game, and it's just been, you know, a juggling, ping-pong, tennis match this entire game. And so for them to be able to say that they've controlled the pace for that much amount of time is a great effort and a great accomplishment, especially against a team of the caliber of the Montclair State Red Hawks. And they have just been so close to a goal so many times, whether it's been a header, a long ball, or a slip to one of the bottom corners of the net, which is how Amir Lukovic scored the game winner yesterday. It was just a really close one right at the bottom, sending it in. And you hear the break of that Montclair State huddle, and they are ready to go. The fans from both schools out here celebrating. Quite the shift in temperature as well since this game started too. It was a beautiful day today. A little weird to have like 74-degree weather in November. But now it's definitely that fall chill.
Yep. Counting down the days. 22 to Thanksgiving.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving meal?
I think I have to go. My aunt makes these in muffin trays. Stuffing.
Oh, no way.
She makes like cupcake style.
That sounds
mini
so
muffin
good.
stuff.
I was gonna say stuffing is my favorite, so I might have to come over to the Donovan household for Thanksgiving. I'm just inviting myself. Or you could
maybe can we have like a Friendsgiving with the interns?
We could do a Friendsgiving of the RHSM Friendsgiving, or you could just like bring me leftovers when you come back to school.
Definitely, maybe not on Black Friday. maybe on the weekend.
Montclair State gonna start it off, and Ashley DiFrancesco setting the pace with a big kick. Montclair State occupying the Scarlet Raptors half. Owens attempting to dribble around Lambert, and Carrie Driscoll coming in as reinforcements. Now you've seen the Redhawks try to send it up to Kylie Prendergast, but Maya Bokikio has just been on her this entire time. Schuler is going to open it up, make the field switch to Kylan Kramer. Kramer with Savarese on her tail. Sends it up to DeSarno. DeSarno finds that opening in Cahill. Cahill backed into the corner by 2 Raptors. Kramer with the big one. Tries to send it to Campbell. DiFrancesco with a kick. 2 go up for the header, and Rutgers-Camden sends it right to the feet of the Red Hawks. Stengel trapping. Plays it to DiFrancesco, who tries to send it up again. A lot of big kicks here from this Montclair State team. Ooh, a little bit of a slide there. Cahill limping as she gets up, jogging a little bit gingerly. Owens taking possession. Ooh, and a bit of a tackle there. Owens on Stengel. And Owens has to be careful. That is not her first offense this game. DiFrancesco takes the kick, sends it up to Lambert. Schuler with the nice little behind pass to herself, and then finds Kramer. On the sideline, there's Aileen Cahill. Tries to find her way to the middle. Header by DeSarno, right back to the action. Kramer tries to whale it in bounds, but the Raptors are just walls in this defensive zone. Kim Campbell gonna take it and protect it. Finds that opening in Tara Lambert. Lambert to Driscoll. Driscoll taking some space to dribble, finding Cahill just waiting on the far side. Cahill gonna send it in. Headers by the Raptors and a behind little swoop kick. I don't really have another adjective for that.
Right at McKeever, and it took a couple bounces.
Nice big throw there by McKeever and a solid header by Schuler. Campbell. Lambert calling for the ball from Campbell, but she's going to pass to Kramer, and Kramer makes the slide for the ball. The referee's going to call possession, and DiFrancesco going to power through. Pass to Prendergast right outside that box. Prendergast taking some dribbles right on the sideline, tries to send it back in.
It's too much.
But just too many touches on the ball, and she takes it out of bounds. Lauren Ernst is going to come in, I believe, giving Cahill a break.
Too much there from Prendergast, and I think she knows it too.
The fatigue is definitely setting in. You know, she hasn't had an easy time out there. She's been the target for Maya Bokikio since this game started. Maya Bokikio, the senior captain on this team, versus Montclair State's Rookie of the Year, the NJAX Rookie of the Year, just absolutely going at each other. There's about 6 minutes in change remaining in this game. We are in our second overtime here on the Red Hawk Sports Network. Rutgers-Camden facing off against Montclair State in the NJAC semifinals. Montclair State with possession now, finds an open carry Driscoll, but Owens was right on her. Pass to Prendergast. Prendergast trying to create some space between her and Bokikio. Pass to Driscoll. Driscoll looks for that opening on the sideline, but the Raptors just right in the way. DeSarno and Kramer able to recover. Kramer with the long ball. Big kick, but it went up instead of out by the Raptors. And the Raptors are going to kick that out of bounds. Montclair State with the throw. We're going to take in subs. Dina Vella's going to come in for DeSarno. And Razone is going to find her way back onto the pitch. Kim Campbell with the big throw. Tries to get it to the box. A swift kick by Montclair State, and McKeever's going to get her hands on it. We've got a Red Hawk down. In the box, the referee is going to flag down Montclair State's trainer. And I believe that was a shot by Lauren Ernst and a save by Kayla McKeever, but I'm not sure if that's Ernst that's down. I think it might be. And she's going to be able to stand up, but she's limping, not putting any pressure on that right leg.
Yeah, she went down awkwardly and kind of rolled over to her side as well.
And Julie Baker is going to sub in for Lauren Ernst here as we have 4 minutes, 53 seconds left on our clock in a still scoreless game. There's a Raptor on every Red Hawk offender out here on this field. Montclair State defense hanging out near the midfield line as reinforcements. The referee is going to give it to Kim Campbell, or
Drop ball.
a drop ball. Or he's going to play it back to the goalie as if she had just earned the possession to start off gameplay. Ball bouncing free. Driscoll trying to make the play. Finds Campbell. Campbell looks to send it to Prendergast, but too far and wide for Prendergast to get to. Bokikio going to take the throw. Sava Reese tried to insert herself in that play. Montclair State with possession to the feet of Kim Campbell. Campbell finds Driscoll. Driscoll taking that space to run. Kylan Kramer lost it for a second. Stengel with the tackle there. And a too far and wide pass attempt to Emily Owens. Tara Lambert takes the throw. Finds DiFrancesco pretty quickly. Big kick by Driscoll. Horn volleys it. Lambert with another one to Schuler. Schuler taking that space. Sets up Julie Baker on her right. Baker attempted to send it back to Schuler, but a little too far forward, and the Raptors kick it out of bounds. We've got about 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining on the clock in this second overtime. Kim Campbell with that big throw back to Dina Vellis. And Dina Vellis just looking to set something in motion, make something happen. Bouncing off the Raptors, DiFrancesco takes the big kick. And McKeever, when she saved that, took a little bounce back, and you could see her look behind her to make sure that she did not cross that line. That was a close one for the Montclair State Redhawks.
It certainly was.
And great save by McKeever. Big header by Driscoll. Kim Campbell fighting for possession, gonna guide it out of bounds. It's a Red Hawk throw. She throws it over the heads of Bone, tries to get it to Prendergast, and a little bit of a tackle there, and another foul call on Kylie Prendergast. And there was that showdown again between Kylie Prendergast and Maya Bokikio. Seems like every time these two meet, somebody ends up on the ground. Raptors take the kick. Prendergast able to get in front. Gets it to Campbell. Ball out of bound. And everybody yelling at the direction in which that ball was. Campbell just waiting for the call to be made. And Bokikio there arguing, not letting her throw it.
Wow, it's going to go in favor of the Redhawks.
It's going to go in favor of the Redhawks. I'm not sure.
I thought that was off of Campbell as well.
I did as well, but probably from the angle we're at, we didn't necessarily see it. But again, even if the call is wrong, the referee's word is word. You can't really change their minds. And so that was a Red Hawk ball. Dina Vellis with a big one. It was a sharp shot, and it was sharp, and if it was just a little more inward, she probably could have fired that in net. Great attempt there by Emmy DiNovellis from far out, too. I really do think these Redhawks have to start utilizing the power behind their kicks to get goals from a distance instead of trying to be so close up, because if you take too many touches, that's where you lose it and you rob yourself of that opportunity. We've got about 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining on the clock before this second overtime ends.
1 minute remaining, the second overtime, 1 minute remaining.
Raptors with the kick. And Haley Martin gonna come in and save it. Martin with the big one. Prendergast settling, creating some space between her and Bokikio. Lambert up the sideline. Prendergast to Lambert. Lambert getting a touch on it, keeping it in bounds. She sends it to the middle. They jump up for the header, but no contact was made. Pass back to DiFrancesco. DiFrancesco taking the room to dribble. DiFrancesco backed into the corner there by Scarlet Raider defense. And there's a little bit of a controversy over the call, but it looks like it's going to be a goal kick for the Raptors, and McKeever in no rush to put it into play. That is the end of the second overtime. We are in PK time now. Campbell, thoughts?
I gotta tell you, I mean, it's been back and forth both ways, and Montclair State, trying to capitalize on opportunities, and they couldn't. But now it's PKs, best of 5.
Best of 5 in penalty kicks. Montclair State coming out to congratulate Haley Martin. Great efforts on her end and on Kayla McKeever's end. Phenomenal performance by both teams' goalies here tonight. This game is just unprecedented. We are in the semifinals of the NJACs. There's already been a winner decided going into the finals between that matchup between TCNJ and Rowan. And now we've got this seemingly endless nail-biter between Camden and Montclair State. And there's just been so much going on, and yet there's zeros on the scoreboard, which is absolutely crazy and kind of difficult to comprehend considering, how great of a game that we've had here. It's very weird to believe that there's just been, nothing in net. Looks like everybody's kind of making their way over to that far goal closest to the scoreboard to watch these PKs.
Looks so.
Looks like the men's soccer team or some members of the men's soccer team is here to support. I really do love that about our Montclair State athletics community, that everybody shows up for each other's games. We've seen some women's basketball players. We talked to Carly Waterman earlier. It's really awesome to see how everybody comes out to support one another, and especially in something of this high intensity of a matchup. We've got a lot of people here watching.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of MSU students, a lot of family members as well. But it should be a fun one.
Campbell and I are going to take a quick break, but I promise you we will be right back because we wouldn't want to miss this for the world. We'll see you shortly. And what a song to start our PKs off with. You can see the energy here is so hyped. Everybody from the far end of the bleachers is moving in. You got a whole crowd gathered by the fence. We've got photographers, we've got families, we've got students, we've got student athletes all here for this PK shootout in the NJAC semifinals. I'm Gianna DeGuinness alongside Campbell Donovan, and you're watching the Red Hawk Sports Network. Montclair State University is going to start off in goal with Haley Martin, where the Scarlet Raptors are going to take their first PK. We have gone through 2 10-minute overtimes, scoreless, a 90-minute soccer game, scoreless, and here we are. Marissa Savarese shoots and scores the first one in the top right of the goal. You could hear those Rutgers-Camden fans getting rowdy. Emmy DeNovellis gonna lead off the Red Hawks as Kayla McKeever makes her way back in net.
I want to see where the software puts this one. Only 2 goals on the year.
DeNovellis in the bottom left corner.
So, Martin gets wrong. Let's see where the kicker now wants to take her in the direction.
This is Lauren Bone for Rutgers-Camden. Lauren Bone misses. Too far and wide.
Too high there. Martin gets right. Wanted to go top shelf, but Bone a little too much there. And here's Kim Campbell strolling miningly.
I love
to the spot.
The confidence and the composure of Kim Campbell in such a high pressure situation.
Silence. Just silence.
It's pretty,
I love it.
It's pretty magical to be sitting at a sporting event and you hear nothing. Ooh! Campbell, the lefty, gonna shoot, and it's gonna bounce over the body of Kayla McKeever. We are now 2-1 in this penalty shootout between Montclair State and Rutgers-Camden. Emily Owens is going to shoot right under the dive of Haley Martins.
Yeah, she gets right, but just got underneath there. You know, jumped there, and, you know, Owens picked the left corner. They've been picking the left corner as well a lot today.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're getting a lot of fancy graphic design up there. Very exciting when things like this happen and, you know, the Sports Network gets to really flex their abilities. Kick to the bottom corner of the net by Aileen Cahill. Montclair State is 3-2 in this shootout. I'm sorry. And a goal to the bottom right corner for Rutgers-Camden. Hannah Crowley hitting the low right, and Carrie Driscoll coming out for Montclair State. McKeever gonna send it back out of the goal. Driscoll to the high middle left of the net.
Haley Marr taking the stroll there. You know, she stops this. Montclair State can move on. If you watch the feature on her this past week on Inside the Net, she transferred from St. Peter's University, went to Montclair State, and she said, D3 soccer, they're so passionate about this. It's their life. Let's see what number one can do.
And a shot to the lower right again by Amy Moorer. Rutgers-Camden has taken all 5 shots, has gotten 4, and missed 1. Montclair State has made all 4 leading up to this moment. Schuler gonna take the final kick. I'm sorry, that is Nikki Dans, not Emily Schuler. Nikki Dans going to take the kick. Into the bottom right corner, Nikki Dans scores the final goal of the penalty shootout, and the Montclair State Redhawks are headed to the NJAC Finals versus Rowan University. Campbell!
The state train keeps on rolling. They got one final stop.
Roll State! The Montclair State Redhawks have done it and find themselves in the finals.
And Mike, you got a front row seat for it, my friend. Excellent.
Look at the celebration of these players. So much emotion going through the heads and the bodies of these athletes. I have chills. The crowd on their feet, just fully invested in the entire game. You see the love and support of the Rutgers-Camden Scarlet Raptors joining Kayla McKeever in goal, celebrating her performance here today. This team put up such a phenomenal fight in the final minutes of this game. And Campbell, I know you hear those trumpets sounding.
I mean, they had a lot of fight all 90 minutes and plus, 110 minutes as well. And, you know, all it took was 5 kicks from the spot. And Montclair State's moving on to take on Rowan in the NJAC final on Saturday. But now I got to switch over my headset to senior defender of the men's soccer team. Just came off a big win last night, Justin Goldberg.
Cheers, mate. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
After such an exciting matchup, you know, what was going through your mind watching this game here tonight? You've been in the press box with us the entire time. Walk us through what you were thinking.
Yeah, you know, it's a championship game. It's semifinals. It's NJAC playoffs. It's never going to be easy. It's obviously a dogfight towards the end. And so at that point, it's about passion, energy, who wants it more. And in a PK shootout, I'd go either way. So I'm glad to see Red Hawks taking home the win, and now we play, and so do the girls play for an NJAC championship. So it should be fun. Absolutely.
And how exciting is that you guys get to go through that journey together, both of you in the finals versus Rowan?
Yeah, it's energy. You know, we're going to kick back off each other. They're going to come out to support us. We're going to come out and support them. And we love watching our program succeed. So I think it's whether just one of us are in it or both of us in it, it's going to be special. So I'm glad to see both of us are competing, and hopefully both of us obviously take home the win.
And I know we were talking a little bit before we had gone on air. You were talking us through your thoughts for that night. What were your thoughts going through your game last night against Rutgers-Camden?
Yeah, same thing with here. It's a dogfight. It's always going to be a dogfight. It's a game of soccer. It's not always just about the best players on the field that win. But it's just about what team wants it more. And clearly, yesterday, my boys, whether it's the 11 guys on the field at the end, the 11 guys to start, that's not what it took. It took all 27, 28 of us. And same thing here with tonight. I think every single person played well, kept their heart on the field, and it was awesome.
Absolutely. And what do you guys, is there any special preparation going into your match on Friday?
I wouldn't say necessarily special preparations, but what I will say is that we want to exercise and say when we come out here, we want to come out as a unit. That's the biggest thing. Is it's not necessarily about soccer teams that win championships, but it's about families that win championships. And so I want to make sure that everyone's well aware of what's at stake. Last year, unfortunately, which everyone knows, we didn't come home with the champ. So we're looking to defend that title that we once had and bring everything back home to Montclair State.
Absolutely. Love to hear it. Speaking of family, the Montclair State women's soccer team out there celebrating that victory. We wish you the best of luck. Thank you for joining us here. Campbell, you want to hop back in for a sec? You're done? All right.
That's it.
Do you want to sign off for us?
Well, I don't know the sign off, but I will. I'll just say.
Give us the Justin Goldberg edition.
The Justin Goldberg edition is, you know what? Get here on Friday night, 7 o'clock, 1 o'clock on Saturday. Let's come support. Be loud, bring energy, and let's go Redhawks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Come out to support. The Redhawks have been doing phenomenally, both men's and women's soccer teams, the volleyball team. Field hockey put up a great fight tonight. Justin said it best. I mean, come out to support.
I'll finish with one thing. All right, Red Hawk Country. Let's ride. All right, let's ride.
Let's ride. Both teams bringing home the chip. Can't wait to see it. For Justin Goldberg, Campbell Donovan, and the rest of the Red Sox Sports Network, I'm Gianna DeGuinness. Thank you so much for joining us.